Hi there, Internet. My name's Court, you've got courtside seats for my review of Midway. Let's do it. Midway is an action drama history film from director Roland Emmerich and Lionsgate. The movie stars Ed Skrein, Patrick Wilson, Woody Harrelson, Luke Evans, Mandy Moore, Dennis Quaid, Aaron Eckhart, Etsushi Toyokawa, and Nick Jonas. The story of the Battle of Midway told by the leaders and the sailors who fought it. I had completely forgotten this movie was coming out. I know Roland Emmerich takes a lot of heat for a lot of his movies, but I enjoy some of them. They're maybe not great, but a lot of them are pretty fun. This movie isn't great. It's also not a lot of fun, but it is a World War II movie, so it probably shouldn't be. But there is some really good stuff in here, so let's talk about it. I found the naval battles pretty impressive. The dogfights were intense. I loved the way they were shot. You really felt like you were in the cockpit. And the violence was really impactful. It doesn't feel sterile. It doesn't feel like it's just there for spectacle. And I will say the visual effects in the movie are pretty strong, except for when it comes to fire. The fire does not look good. And the movie opens with Japan bombing Pearl Harbor, and it's intense. It's scary. You feel like you're there on the ground. And I appreciated that the movie didn't straight up vilify the Japanese Navy. These are just soldiers. They're just guys, and they're shown as human, proud, scared. That went a long way for me. Now, the acting in this flick was kind of hit or miss, although admittedly I think a lot of that is down to the screenplay, which is not very good. Most of the characters in this flick are sort of one-dimensional cliches, and the actual dialogue's pretty clunky. The standouts for me were Woody Harrelson, despite his ridiculous-looking hairpiece, the always reliable Patrick Wilson, Luke Evans was really good, and Mandy Moore, who I didn't even recognize was her. I found that out after the movie. I was like, oh, crazy, Mandy Moore. I dug her in the movie. Ed Skrein is trying his best, but between the not so great dialogue and a not so convincing American accent that he's putting on, he stumbles a little bit. And it doesn't help that his character, speaking of one-dimensional cliches, is that cowboy, flyboy, I'm gonna do it my way no matter what the brass says character, you know? Now, Aaron Eckhart, who I quite like, is fine for the 2 scenes he's in, and then his character is completely forgotten about until the closing credits. Why you get Aaron Eckhart for that kind of a character, I don't know. Not really entirely sure why the character was even in the movie. Also, Dennis Quaid has officially become Harrison Ford. You'll see. Now, at about 2 hours and 20 minutes, this movie does have some pacing issues. It did feel rather long to me. And it also becomes extremely repetitive by the end. It's just kind of bombing run, back off, rinse, repeat, kind of over and over and over. And it's hard to imagine sequences like that would get dull, but they kind of did for me by the end. Midway is certainly not an all-time great World War II film. It's okay, it's got some upside. I found I enjoyed it more on a technical level than I did on an emotional one. But hey, it's a hell of a lot better than Pearl Harbor. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna give Midway, and I think I'm gonna give Midway a Pearl Harbor sucked, and I miss you out of 10. So now I wanna know, have you seen Midway? What did you think about it? What is your favorite World War II movie of all time? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.